such that you are willing and prepared to abandon everything in life. Such that you are willing and prepared to abandon everything in life and to sacrifice anything, sacrifice the devil to get the alpha. Those are the people we are looking for. That is the 100 we're talking about. So there are some people who serve IPOB in various capacities. We have officers, both junior and senior. That doesn't mean they meet this criteria. This criteria is meant for the, I don't know. Now let me not say it live, but when the time comes, you know. And thank you very much for your question. I welcome it and I love it. Thank you very, very much. If you have called us before, your mindset has to be such that you are willing and prepared to abandon everything in life and to sacrifice anything, sacrifice devil to get the alpha. Those are the people we are looking for. That is the 100 we're talking about. So there are some people who serve IPOB in various capacities. We have officers, both junior and senior. That doesn't mean they meet this criteria. This criteria is meant for the, I don't know, let me not say it live on air. But when the time comes, you know. And thank you very much for your question. I welcome it. I love it. Thank you very, very much. If you have called us before, your mindset has to be such that you are willing and prepared to abandon everything in life and to sacrifice anything, sacrifice devil to get the offer. Those are the people we are looking for. That is the 100 we're talking about. So there are some people who serve IPOB in various capacities. We have officers, both junior and senior. That doesn't mean they meet this criteria. This criteria is meant for the, I don't know, let me not say it live on air. But when the time comes, you know. And thank you very much for your question. I welcome it. And I love it. Thank you very, very much. If you have called us before,
Thank you so much, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. I salute each and every one of you, men and women of goodwill. Anywhere you are in the world, I salute you from here. I greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The man that you are serving in any capacity, in different capacity in IPOB before, is not
They fight for money and
a
power.
criteria that you are among those that have been called for this very job. That you are in one position or the other does not mean that you have met the criteria of those that are needed. In the people that you will think that they are fighting this cause with our leader. If you look at your screen, you will see something that I just flashed. These are some of those that are occupying position, but they didn't know what it means to be in this position. They don't understand what it means to fight for freedom. They don't understand what it takes to fight for freedom. But our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, made it very clear that if you must us. And that is why we are fighting today. And that is why we are standing very tall to make sure that the needful is done. And that is why Mazi Simon Ekpa, that is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not giving up.
If because I say what I will say. And I also say,
and not ready to give up. So, Biafrans, I plead to your indulgence that you will continue to stand very strong and firm on this very cause that we are fighting for. Because this cause of Biafra that we are fighting for is sacrosanct. we come all out to get freedom, not to come and get praises, no, but to get freedom for our people. That in our lifetime, that freedom will be handed over to our people. That is why we are born, and that is why we are here. We are going to look into this video that I wanted to play for us yesterday, but it was unfortunate we could not play that video. But this morning we're going to be playing this video. I don't know. We'll be playing this video this morning and do a little analysis of this video for every one of us to understand what is really going on.
And I represent Bauchi Central of Bauchi State.
The revelation that this man, Adon Ningi, the man that you just heard his voice
And of course,
on the background, there are some things that he said that needed to be looked into critically as it concerns the Biafrans, because here we're not more talking about Nigeria. If Nigeria, this is the criminality that have been running in their system for decades because they run a criminal system. But what is to discuss as it concerns us as the Biafrans? What and what that our men have seen 1967, 1970 that made them to fight. The things that our fathers saw 1967, 1970 that made them to fight. That is what we have come here to discuss this morning, and I would like us to give us our listening ear as we discuss. Thank you so much. As you come in, share the program, like it for others to be notified, and subscribe if you're a first timer, and hit on the notification bell that you will be notified whenever we are alive. We are live. We are going to stay here for like 40 minutes or thereabout, then we call it a day. In the evening, we will continue from stop with another different video as it concerns the Biafrans. Biafrans are going home, and there's nothing any man can do about it to stop us from this quest of freedom that we are in. Listen to this man.
Member of the Appropriation Committee of the Senate, Mr. President, from the onset, let me concur to about 80% of the translation read out by Senator Yai. I think they have done a fair job. Except on some issues that they could not understand. First, I have never said somebody was blinded. Secondly, I have never said the budget was funded. Mr. Chairman, the beginning of Braha started with this text. We're operating assembly President Bola and one implemented by the presidency. The one approved by us is 25 trillion. While the one operating by the government is 20 trillion. Apparently, we discovered 3 trillion was inserted into the budget without location. This is the highest budget burden happening in Nigeria. History under Senator Akpabio. Taking place under the
once the government starts increasing anything, it will never come down again. It is easier for the government to keep increasing than decreasing. Once the government starts increasing anything, it will never come down again. It is easier for the government to keep increasing than decreasing. Once the government starts increasing anything, it will never come down again. It is easier for the government to keep increasing than decreasing. Once the government starts increasing anything, it will never come down again. It is easier for the government to keep increasing than decreasing. Once the government starts increasing anything, it will never come down again. It is easier for the government to keep increasing than decreasing. Once the government starts increasing anything, it will never.
Once the government starts increasing anything, it will never come down again. It's easier for them to increase than decreasing. The budget that Tenengi is complaining about today and raising dust, the budget that he's been the whistleblower today, this budget, as far as I can remember, used to be at the corridor of 5 trillion, between 5 to 6 trillion. All of a sudden, this budget get to 7 trillion during the time of Yaradua and Jonathan. And Jonathan raised the budget to 7 point something trillion for the whole nation after the removal of subsidy. And Buhari came in, increased the budget from 7 to 13 and close to 14 trillion. But today we are hearing about 29 trillion and 20 trillion. Are you seeing how the budget is being increased? That is why this man has come to raise this concern, because the criminality that is in the system is no longer favoring them. It's favoring some certain individuals that have not been at the corridor of power, where they themselves has been there for decades. So this cry and everything that this man is saying is not because he's sincere. I want every one of us to mark that. It's not because he have repented last night. No, it's not as a result of that. When you're hearing him lamenting like this, it's not as a result that he have repented. No, he's lamenting like this may be because, not maybe, but because he is not getting the share or the amount of money that he budgeted that he will be getting. And some of the budgets that have been made, some of them is not aware of it. It's the business of Ababio, the Senate president, and some other senators, the so-called senior senators in the House. Let's listen to this man. You will hear what he have to say on this video. Like I said, the network is already giving us some headache. I don't know if I should bring this one down and bring up another one so that anybody that will come to listen to it, it will not be breaking like this, because we are almost 25 minutes to the time. What do you suggest? Should we continue on this one, or should I bring it down and start a new transmission like we have been having all this time? Somebody should write me a text. Should we continue on this, or should we bring it down and come up again? As I'm saying, let's listen to this man.
Because I say what I will say.
I want you to underline what this man said at the beginning of this is a speech. Because I said what I will say, not because I said what I said. I said what I said is in the past, but that is to say that he said it in the past. But because I said what I will say, that means this man has said something and is ready to review more. And he has made up his mind to say it. He said, because I said what I will say. Let's continue with this video.
And I also said, in the course of our perusing the budget, which Onanuga seems to have dwelt on, I say we have established beyond reasonable doubt about 25 trillion so far has nexus in the budget. That means that it's money
He said that whatever he's saying, he had a concrete evidence to prove that what he's saying is truth. That on the budget that he's having issues with was budget of 25 trillion. And I have checked, the budget is there. That is to say, there's money, the money is there, and there's some budgets, and there's a budget to invest this money in. But there's something he said. Just for example, you want to build a house, and the engineer, after evaluating the type of structure you want to build, and after the architectural drawing and all that, they told you that this house will cost 100 million. And you were given 500 million. At the end of the day, you invest 100 million on that building or less. And now you are asked how far the building, you said the building is ongoing and it will still soon be completed. Okay, as at now, how much do we have at hand? And you say there's no money you have at hand. When you have a project of 100 million and you are given 500 million, that you should have 400 million left over that will be channeled in another project. And if that money will not be channeled to another project, the money should be handy provided to be channeled to other things. That is the question that this man is asking. And immediately this man asked this question, the parliament threatened the president, the Senate president, everyone threatened to do what? To sanction him. Either to sack him for being a senator. This is pathetic. Either to send him out as a senator, because as a senator, you don't need to come on air and you review what you know or what you've seen that is going wrong. So what you need to do is to go to those that are involved in such a scandal and you meet them and tell them, yeah, I've seen you people. I don't catch you. What do we do now? Give me my own share and the case closed. Because they are there sharing the national cake. So they don't need any one of them to come out to start opening their nyash on what they have been doing behind the closed doors that the so-called citizens are not aware of. That is why whenever you look at the Biafra Republic government in exile, you see that everything that is being done is done in open ballot. Open ballot. There's nothing you will say that this one, you didn't understand it. What is the Prime Minister doing? Even though we are still in the struggle that should have a classified secrets that will not be known by anybody. That everything that they are doing should be very secretive. But on this, fighting for freedom, Mazi Simon Ekpa is still bringing things to the limelight. Exposing things in a way you will understand it. for every one of us to be carried along. But these ones that are not fighting for freedom, that are running a government for the people, everything they do is secret. You as a citizen, you don't even know how much they budget what, because they always have two budgets. One secret budget and one made open. One signed by the Senate and one signed by the government, by the presidency. This is the way they have been ruling and running down the system and impoverishing the people for decades. And this Janjaweedic system is what the Biafra Republic government in exile have seen and say we cannot continue like this. This is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw and say we cannot continue like this. If you look at the budget, go to Wikipedia, you Google 2024 Zoological Republic budget, and you will see it. Go through it and you will see the amount that is budgeted for security, budgeted for school, budgeted for health, budgeted for other things, and you will see that those ones that are budgeted for frivolities, so things that are irrelevant, those places that there was squander money, not that those ones that are budgeted for schools will all be invested in education. No, it's just for the sake of it. Those ones you see that they budgeted for hospitals is just for the sake of it, because nobody is ready to invest 10 kobo in the hospitals. All those money all those trillions that you see that they budgeted there, will all go find its way to the pockets of the House members, to the pockets of the senators, to the pockets of the House of Representatives, to the pockets of the governors, to the pockets of the local government chairmen, to the pockets of some attorneys, to the pockets of the presidency, to the pockets of all those that you think that they are representing you, that are in the government house, that are diehard, that will do anything to protect where they are eating for. Just like Enyin Naya Baribe, the Iberibe man, have confessed to you that he's not receiving 500 million, or that what he's receiving is 266 million that cannot be accounted for, that he cannot show forth anything that he have used this money for these years that he have been in the Senate. Likewise, this one that is speaking, all the time that he been in the Senate before they dropped him, like he will confess in this video, that he been out of Senate for 8 years. And there's something that he said here that is also shocking, that will make you to know that it's not because you voted for somebody that sent him into office. As you see the example in Hope Uzodimma and many other people that have come to lead you or to rule you in Nigeria. It's not as a result of the shambolic election that you all do. No. But as a result that some persons want them to be there, to be watching their back and represent what they all collectively believe in. Let's listen to this man.
And then there is project, and then there is location. Money, project, location. But we are yet to ascertain 3 trillion of that budget. We have established the 3 trillion in the budget. We have not established its location.
From the budget that was made, 3.7 trillion is left unallocated to any project. And that money is unaccounted for. 3.7 trillion. Do you know what 3.7 trillion would do? Jobless, job in the society. It can build you multi-million capacity industry that will employ millions of people. It will give you a standard hospital that you no longer need to go to India or to London or to UK or to any of these places for medical treatment. It will give you a standard school, 3.7 trillion. We give you a standard gauge federal highway, standard gauge federal highways. But this money and many more are missing. And let me flash something to you for you to know that this is a lapidated place. This is a irredeemable place, like our leader said. This is a place that the Biafrans can never be part of. Let me flash this on the screen for you to know that those that are telling you about Nigeria, that they are all criminals. That those that are telling you about Nigeria, that they are all criminals. I wanted to flash, okay, I cannot bring it here. I cannot bring it here. There's something I wanted to flash for us. There's something I wanted to flash for us. What the Attorney General, the Attorney General, oh my God, what the Attorney General said, and the whistleblower that want to reveal 40 trillion. I'm not talking about this 3.7 trillion that this man is lamenting about here, but 40 trillion. Maybe in the evening I will bring the picture for us, the newspaper report for us. 40 trillion is what the chief of staff, not the chief of staff, the Attorney General. The Attorney General of the Zoological Republic, this publication was made by the Sahara Reporters. The Attorney General, Malami, stopped a whistleblower from exposing, I was even talking about 40 trillion. The Attorney General, Malami, stopped a whistleblower from exposing them of 70 trillion scandals. 70 trillion. Oh my God. They are using 3.7 trillion to deceive you, that you will say, oh, but these people is accountable. They want everything to be accounted for. That is not the game, my brother, my sister. The game is who earns more. Whose criminal want to steal this? Why you're hearing about it is because the criminals that have ganged up to steal this one is not coming from the northern region. Have you asked yourself, during the former Senate president, do you hear of anybody both from the old eastern region and from the north or from the west that raise an eyebrow because the people that are in charge are the owners of the country? But now that the person that is cheering, that is sitting as the Senate president, is coming from those that they called the minority, Those that said they can never rule over them. That is why you're hearing all these things from this man. So Tijani is not sincere to himself. He's not saying this because he's a sincere man or he's genuine. You will hear it from his mouth and you will hear why, you will see the reason why I said what I just said. This Tijani or Tingani, I don't know what name he called himself. Whatever name he called himself. He's doing this because the criminals that want to loot this one now is not from his own people. And he's not a shareholder to this particular one because they're all criminals. Where are the Senate inviting the Attorney General of the whole Federation that is covering? Where is the EFCC that is silencing a whistleblower? Sahara Reporters reported it. Attorney General is silencing a whistleblower. And if this thing were not made open, that whistleblower might be silenced, died and sent to RIP. For him not to review the scandal, the criminality and the stealing and the boycotting, dodging 70 trillion naira. They budgeted for the whole federation 29 trillion. And from that 29 trillion, they have stolen a lot of money from it. And some individuals stole 70 trillion. That is the budget of the whole federation for 3 years or 4 years, as the case may be. And one person stole it. And I didn't see anybody raise an eyebrow to that very effect. Everybody kept mute. Do you know why? Because the money finds himself in the pocket of those that claims to be the owners of Nigeria, which Biafrans are not part of. For you to understand very well where I'm going and where my statement is coming from.
And the place, the intention of the Northern Senators as regards to the budgetary allocation was to meet the Senate President with our findings and subsequently meet President Bola Ahmed Tinubu with our findings. So if one is questioning our desire to relate with Bola Tinubu, how will I say that the findings of the Northern Senators Forum will go to the Senate President and then to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President and Commander-in-Chief? And you could see I switched off all my handsets this morning.
There's something I want you to hear this man say. What this man is saying, that he's standing for the Northern Senators, Northern Elders Forum. Do you see the reason why I tell you that this man is saying this? Because the people that stole this particular one he's raising dust off is because this one did not find its way to their own pocket. Had it been this 3.7 million naira find its way to the pocket of the Northerners, nobody will raise an eyebrow for it. They will just take like 50 million and give to those that are from other regions, and everybody will keep quiet. But this man is raising this issue and standing by it, that he's here to protect the Northern Elders Forum. Do you understand the game now? But the 70 trillion that the Attorney General said nobody, that the whistleblower should hide it, they shouldn't talk anything about it. Nobody is talking about it because Attorney General is among the northern oligarchy. Those that have been given title to steal and siphon money from the treasury without anybody doing anything about it. And you still remember the crude that was abandoned at the sea, at the China Sea. Do you still remember it? The crude that was abandoned at the China Sea.
Senator Forum will go to the Senate President and then to Bola Tinubu, the President and Commander-in-Chief. And you could see I switched off all my handset this morning. I don't want any northern senator to come here. If it is a cross I have to carry out, I'll carry it. I'm not afraid of anything. Anything. I believe in one God, and I believe power is transient. I'm not scared of any issue like suspension. I've been out of the Senate for 8 years. And people had to force me back. It's not an issue. Some of our friends were removed by tribunals. They are living their lives. If because I say what I will say, if because I said what I said, then I'll be suspended. So please it will be an honor. And for me to be suspended by whatever body. The interview I had with
Do you now all see the concern of these people? So whenever these people are raising concern at the parliament, they are not raising concern. That's something I want to bring out from everything that this man is lamenting about. He's not raising concern because of the people of his constituency. Did you hear him mention his constituency? No. Did you hear him mention the so-called well-meaning Nigerians? No. He's not. Those are not important. What is important to him is number one, the northern elders, those that they are squandering the money with. Those are his concern. He's not after what would have been used, what that money would have been used to better the lives of the people. No. But where he pegged his concern is that this money did not find its way to the pocket of the North. That's why he said, I don't need other senators to come here. So he's speaking on behalf of all the senators that are coming from the northern region. Because the Senate President Akpabio, who have been trained to siphon fund, he knows how to off his mic. But this one now, because this man, maybe he's not part, like I said yesterday, he's not part of the sharing of this money. That's why they cannot ask him to off his mic. Because had he been his part of the sharing of this money, Akpabio knows how to put it to you. If he's in the law court, they will put it to you that you also shared in the part of this money that you're asking for. Like he said to the other man. And he shut up and asked him to off his mic. This one now cannot off his mic because the money that they stole did not go to their pocket. They did not have a share of that money. That's why they cannot ask him to off his mic. And that is why he's speaking with boldness that whatever, even if this thing will keep me out of the Senate, there's no problem. He knows that the Northerners that has been in that place, and even more in number in the chamber, in the red chamber, will not allow that to happen. That as they have raised this issue, they will see to it. They are the ones pushing him and say, continue talking about that money. Is this the type of parliament you want for yourself? Is this the type of lawmakers? Remember, these are lawmakers. People that made the laws that you need to abide. People that made law that if you steal, you'll be sentenced for life imprisonment. People that made laws that if you steal, if you do this one, there's a sentence. But how many of them has ever been sentenced? That's the question you ask yourself. And this 3 trillion and many other trillions and billions and Tanzanians that have been stolen in dollars, in pounds sterling, and all that, nobody is in prison. Before you see anybody in prison, maybe is from the southeast. When he's been threatened that you must have to speak against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa and speak against and condemn Biafra. If you did not do it, they will remind you of the money that you have stolen. And because the voice of one person, you cannot, even the judge you're going to meet in the court is one of them. So they will sentence you to prison, like they did to Ojus Okalo. So where will you run to? That is why the Biafra Republic government in exile, through our prime minister, is bringing a new dimension of government to us. A government that is for the Biafrans and for the Biafrans alone. Not a government where you will not have a say. Not a government that will look at your eyes, that will look you in the face and lie. Not a government that will only come close to you whenever there's election coming. When they are doing campaign, they will come close to you. They will see you as human being that they needed to relate with. But once the campaign is over, you are nobody. They will throw you to the dustbin where you belong to. Dear friends, home and abroad, we are here today to let you know that the convention registration to Finland is ongoing as we speak. Have you registered? And we are here also to remind you that the e-voting is for self-referendum of the Biafrans are ongoing. Have you voted? We are here also to tell you that the security website for Biafra identity card is still on there, out there. Have you registered yourself? Have you paid your bills? Have you supported the Biafra government in exile in protecting our land? Tomorrow is fundraising. Tomorrow is our fundraising. What and what are you putting up to make sure that the security we are enjoying today in our land will continue? These people are not discussing about the 400 and something that have been kidnapped. They are not discussing about the 287 that have been kidnapped and those that have been butchered that I showed us on the previous video we did day before yesterday. They are not, those things are not of concern to them. The only thing that they have their eyes fixed on is the money that they are looting. The only thing that concerns these people is the money that they are looting. Let me play this video for us, for you to see the difference between us and those that are talking about you must be in one Nigeria. These people, the only thing that is their driving force is money, power, and money. That is the only thing they are fighting for. But we are fighting for the bigger picture of the whole thing, which is freedom. We are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for the future. We are fighting for tomorrow. We are fighting for the men that will come to replace us when we have gone, long gone. We are fighting for a brighter future for our people. We are not like them. They are fighting for just today, what they will enjoy, how they will be powerful, how they will be unmovable, how they will enjoy all kinds of luxury. That is the power. That is why they are ready to do everything, because their driving force is power and money. But why we are ready to do everything to secure our freedom is because what is driving us is freedom to secure the future, tomorrow, to secure tomorrow for our children and the generations unborn. Biafrans, I salute each and every one of you as you come in. Do well to share, like, and subscribe. That is the only way this message will be able to go viral for others to see it. I salute each and every one of you that are out there. Greetings from here, from the Holy Land. I salute each and every one of you. May Elohim continue to keep you and sustain you in everything that you do and anywhere you go. May Chukwokika Abiyama Purumifenine continue to sustain you and bless the works of your hand and keep you safe till Biafra come. That all the prayers that you have prayed for our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will all come to pass. That all the prayers and all the sacrifices that you have made for the restoration of Biafra will not be in vain. Thank you so much, Biafrans. This is another day that Elohim has made for us to rejoice as Biafrans. That today we are not in IDP camp. That today we have a BLA that is defending us, the Biafra Liberation Army, that is fighting on our behalf. That today we have Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, the Ambassador of Peace, that is bringing our concern to the international community. Thank you so much, Biafrans. In the evening, we'll be discussing what will make your enemies come to you, and not what will make you go to your enemies. We will make a lot of examples in the evening. We'll bring examples of those that have been here pretending to be fighting for freedom, all those Chinas and Wushdem and Chicken Edosium. And we'll bring example of the men, Ibrahim Traoré, the man in Burkina Faso. We also bring the picture of our leader and our Prime Minister. And you are going to be the judge at the end of the day. What will make your enemies to portray before you? Today, the game is over. It is all game over for the Senator President, the Senate President. It's game over for him. because the North is all out. They hate it as from the day one that he take over that office, they hated it because they don't want you to rule over them. That is why our leader said, made it very clear, you go and serve the zoo and you come out in shame, come back in shame. That one, the Senate president will think that the zoo have forgotten everything that he did, how he blow pipeline and collect money to fix it. He would think that by giving him a Senate president that they have forgotten everything, so therefore he will do everything to make sure that they are looting money as much as they want, and at the end of the day, everything will go under the carpet. No, they will come for you when the time comes. But Biafrans will be in Biafra celebrating when all this will be happening. Thank you so much. We'll be drawing the curtain here. I want to go to work. God bless you for always being here and for always doing the needful and for always sharing the message to make it go viral. May Elohim continue to bless and sustain you in everything you do. Amen. Thank you and God bless you. See you in the evening. Don't forget, in the evening we are going to touchlight a lot of things. It's like our network is that the Biafra spirit touched it this morning. We have not been interrupted for some minutes now. So thank you so much. I salute each and every one of you. Keep on keeping on and let your eyes not drift from the ball. Let your eyes remain on the ball. And at the end of the day, victory shall be ours. Thank you and God bless you. Do have a lovely day today. From here, from me, is still good morning. Thank you so much.